Thank y'all for being here. I mean, I know it's the last, last speaker on Saturday night. It's been a 2-day clinic, so they put me in at the good time. But that's that's really what I love about being where I'm at Baylor, because if you said name your top 10 teams in America, I'm not sure anybody in here would say Baylor. Baylor University, and that to me is very inspiring and very invigorating, because I'm like the dog that gets left out in the backyard. Everybody else gets to come inside. I've been left out a bunch, so I like working my way to get in, and that's kind of the players that we recruit there at Baylor. I mean, I don't want guys that have grown up in silk sheets. I'd rather have guys with no sheets, and we want guys that think outside the box, that want to create their own path and not follow down another one. So it's been a fun 4 years. We certainly don't think we've done anything by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, we know we got a long way to go, both on the field and off the field, as far as recruitment, as far as earning national brand, national recognition. But we're getting closer, and that helps us, because now we're somebody that's earned a little respect. When we first got there, my main goal was to just have some respect, make people respect us when they played us. We've done that now. I mean, now we line up, it'll be a 60-minute game. We'll play our ass off 60 minutes, regardless of the outcome. We're going to play the full 60. We're behind 7 of the 10 games that we won this year, all 6 out of 7 conference games that we won. So it's, our guys are, they're fighters. They're used to fighting. Most of them are not premier, guys coming out, but, just like all of us, it's not where you start, it's where you finish, and they believe in shot. We're going to come out of the gates. We're going to try to play fast, furious, and hard early. And, really one of our sayings is fast, fearless, and physical. And that's the way we're going to always try to play. But really, this deal today is about, watching quarterback drills. Everybody, has quarterback drills that they do. We've got some that we've been doing for years, since about 1990, quite honestly. And I hope this thing works like it should. A lot of times these are a little bit different. But anyway, this is just some stats that the guys put up, in AQ total offense, with, I guess AQ's automatic qualifying league, which would be the SEC, the Big 12, the Pac-10, the Big 10, Big East. We had the number 1 offense, number 4 in the passing offense, number 10 rushing offense, and the offense in the country, only offense in the country with 300 yards passing, 200 yards rushing per game. So that's the thing that's a little bit misleading about us, is that we're going to run the football, and we're going to run it effectively. Every year the last 2 years at Baylor, we had a guy broke the, a 31-year-old record last year named Jay Finley, that got drafted in the 5th round. And then our guy this year, Terrence Ganaway, who was high school quarterback, broke it this year, went for 1,560 yards or something. So we're going to run the ball. Averaged, I guess, 568 yards, 40 points versus ranked opponents. That was number 1 in the country. Punted less than any team in America. We're not going to punt the ball unless we have to. They give you 4 downs to make 10 yards. We're going to try to use all 4. Number 1 in explosive plays, number 1 in first downs, averaged 29 per game. Bowl, I don't know if anybody saw the bowl game. If you're a defensive guy, you probably were sweating a little bit. But, it was crazy. Some things just happened crazy. 770 yards, which is a bowl record, all-time bowl record, and 67 offensive points, all-time bowl record. Quarterback drills, what we're going to look at today are, parallel. All these are quick release drills. I don't know why that's. These are all quick release drills. Thank you. Appreciate it. We'll stand parallel, lock it in, then we alter our stances, easy way, hard way. These will all be on the video here in a second. Back pedal, then we go forward, then we shuffle in the pocket, and then we go easy, hard way from lateral to where, you're catching the ball, throwing out to the flat. Go ball security drills, which I'm sure everybody, does. Have a purpose for each and every throw. That's something that we really, lock in on our QBs. Every throw is a big throw. I don't care if you're warming up, whatever you're doing, every throw is a big throw. And that's something that we really take a lot of pride in. This guy takes a lot of pride in. And, the last 2 years he had 13 interceptions, throwing, 800 passes. So, I mean, he's a smart quarterback, knows how to take care of the football. And, you know, number one thing about this position is making everybody else around you better. You know, and that's something that certainly Robert did, but also protecting the football, you know, taking care of the ball. Starting point, it talks about the feet placement, you know, throwing slightly off center on the throwing arm, elbows tight, close to the sides. I don't think, you know, that's anything that's revolutionary. And then we'll show the movements here in a minute. Feet parallel. Let me see if this will rewind. Okay. Now we're missing our guy over here, so that could be an issue. Because I figured everybody came in here. I don't know if you want to watch the guy. We moved the linebacker. But anyway, he can throw. But this is just standing still, just getting good ball placement, and then just working on, you know, snapping the hips and the ab a little bit. Because really the last thing you throw with is arm. I mean, it all starts from the ground up. Throwing stance. Okay, this is a natural stance for a right-hander. Left foot up, want the toe pointed slightly out, you know, and then finish on your toes. And like I say, these are just warm-up drills at the start of practice every day. And everything's on command. So the coach is over there going, hit, then they throw. So what we're trying to do is get the ball out fast. Because the longer you hold the ball, the more defense has a chance to move. And it's like I told them, I don't have it, don't hit me. You know, if you're coaching the QB, I'm trying to be funny, but I mean, it's a deal where get the ball out of your hand. You know, if you don't have the football, they're not going to hit you. So get it out of your hand. The easy way, this should be walking. Or just turning around, throwing. The thing here is to not hop, you know, to work your feet. As you can see, these guys are working their feet pretty good. And then trying to end up just like they were standing the drill before. You know, left foot in front, finishing on their toes, working the hips, working the abs. And then throw a catchable pass. Number one thing is always throw a catchable pass. I mean, you don't want them in the stands saying, you know, boy, I wish that pass would have been better. You know, if they're saying anything, they're saying, you know, that looked like that should have been caught. Same thing here. This is just the easy way. Everything's on command. So it's hit, go. Hard way. This is where you got to be careful with their feet a little bit. You know, spinning the opposite way. And once again, don't want them hopping. You want them working their feet. Okay, it's all about quick feet. You get your feet set, you get your groin set, and then you have a good chance to get a good pass away. Get your bodies in rhythm and going. So that's real good by Robert right there. I mean, this guy will be back, Nick Florence, and this guy, Bryce Petty. This guy will be for Indianapolis, wherever it trades up after that. Walk away the easy way. All right, so they're going to walk, command, set your feet, turn, don't hop, get rid of the ball. Everything's fast and aggressive. Everything's fast and aggressive. All right, walking the hard way. Once again, try not to hop. You know, you can see their feet. They're working their feet under their body, not just spinning around. They're getting their feet set. Trying to keep the left foot open just a little. You know, Nick's a little close here. Can't really see Robert. But, you know, usually good feet, good throw. Like I said, his foot's a little off, the ball's low and left. Okay? So good feet leads to good throws. Back pedal. This is actually from a couple of years ago. Now they're just backpedaling. When the command sounds, set your feet, throw the ball. Set your feet, throw the ball. Come off your toes. When you come off your toes, it makes you, you know, twist your ab, use your hips. Let your body make the throw. Walk forward. Okay, just walking forward, get the command, throw the ball. Shuffle in the pocket. I think everybody in America does this sometime or another. Move, move, moves. Give a command, set your feet and throw. Main thing is keeping the ball up, throwing position. See all the balls are held up high. Eyes are up. Feet are ready, set, throw. You've got to have a nice rhythm release. Just be ready to pounce. You know, I mean, just pop the ball, get rid of it quickly. Quick screen, okay, from a shotgun, which, you know, quite a few people do. So we're just simulating a snap, you know, catching the ball, throwing the screen. Out of shotgun, we're about 80% shotgun. I mean, I was watching a deal on Joe Namath last night, which a lot of us here, you know, that was our high school, you know, one of our guys growing up thinking, you know, this guy can play. And, you know, they're showing video of him. It's 1973. There's an HBO deal. I mean, shit, they got him 7-step dropping and 5-step dropping. He can't even walk. And I was thinking, you know, if he's shotgun, put him back here 6 yards, snapping the ball, let him set his feet and throw, you know, he might have played 5 more years in the league. But, you know, the system, the scheme, you know, hurt his production, no doubt. And that's something that, especially at this position, right here, it's like I tell recruits, don't look at the zip code. You better look at the system. You better look at the scheme. I mean, that zip code means nothing for a QB. I mean, it depends on what you want to do. You know, you want to go play football and have fun and sling it around and play in a wide open offense, and that's one thing. You know, if you want to jog out there and work on taking a snap in a 3, 5, 7-step drop and you know, hitching up in the pocket, well, that's okay too. As long as you got a damn good defense, you know. I mean, that's fine, but that's, you know, it's a deal with these guys. Shit, I mean, it's all about getting in the right system and letting it go. I mean, that's what it's all about. Quick screen from under center. Same thing, catching the ball, setting your feet, getting your body turned, get rid of the ball. You know, we're not quite as aggressive here as we need to be all the way across the board, but, you know, they've done a bunch of these. A good tight spiral by Robert right there, and then we'll see some game footage of this here in a second. Same thing here. Get the ball, get rid of it. You know, catch and get. Catch and release. If you guys that are fishermen, catch the ball and release it. Catch, go. It's perfect. It's really good right there. I mean, ball security. Hold the ball up high and tight. Good D lineman, of course, always going to try to come get it. The reason I knew it was a year ago, see, Robert didn't play in a brace this year. He played in one in 2010. So this is probably the spring of 2010 when he just coming back. I mean, we still use the veer terminology quite a bit in our offense. So this would be 12 veer to us. Reading here, so that should be a give. Then go to the next level. We always come out and pitch the ball every rep. I mean, because, you know, that's what you're going to do in a game. If he keeps it, come out and deal it, so there's no reason to hand it here, we don't think, and just let these two guys run on down the field without carrying out the option. So all you got to do is have a coach and just have a trainer or manager standing there to let him work the next level. This is actually from a year ago too, I think. Is that a shotgun? Okay, just run the zone read. Everybody in America does it, I think, most. We're a little close right here. This is from 2010 spring. Should pitch the ball. I mean, we never go downfield without pitching it. This guy's been a little bit slow staying up with him. That was our running back this year. This is a year ago, but he ought to be there with him. This is just a lead. Same thing here. Here's that guy we moved to D tackle. Speed option, you know, we'll do it out of the pistol. We'll do it from this side and we'll do it from that side. Once again, just to break tendencies. And found out that really the pitch relationship's kind of the same all the way through. I mean, really the hardest is probably right here because it happens so fast, this guy gets wide. But we'll put him on the left and pitch, run the 18-speed option or just the opposite, or 8-speed. Want to be 1 and 4. This once again, it's not perfect. You know, he's a little too close, needs to be a little farther out, a little deeper. That's a little better relationship there. Must be a keep read, yeah. Then come back and do the same thing. So we got about an 8-minute period, so we get through, you know, everything we need to get through in this amount of time as far as our option game, with our leads and our isolations and our speed option. This is the, you know, zone read with the pitch here. Back's too close. And then just read. So I think, how are we doing on time?
So can I ask you a question
Yeah.
about your pitch relationship? 1 by 4.
1 and 4?
1 by 5, or 2 by 5, 4 by 4. 1 by 4 is, I've never heard that.
Really?
Okay.
Honestly, I mean, that's just what we've always done. And that's,
Is that a rhyme or reason?
no, sir. It's kind of what I was grew up with. In the Houston Veer, it was always 1 by 4, you know, just 1 and 4. So I don't, you know, we're not going to overcoach it, of course. I mean, you don't want to get in the game and you know, if that guy's, you know, 2 by 4.5, then, you know, the play's bad. You know, I mean, we're just going to try to make it where the quarterback can look and see him and then get him the ball. But it usually works out, seems to us like if it's better out there. But there's no rhyme or reason. That's just.
Is the pitchman saying anything? Is he going ball?
No, sir. Mm-mm. Now, you know, they have, but we don't teach them that at all. You know, so that's one thing that we kind of, you know, try not to do is overcoach too much because if you're thinking, you're not reacting. So we want our guys reacting, and if they make a mistake, then we'll talk about it later. But, I mean, let's try to make a play first. This is just zone read. How are we doing on time? Okay. I've talked more today than I've talked in 2 years. But, you know, just like anybody else, you know, we're trying to read, actually, this guy right here, and he's just getting locked up with our tight end. Tight end's probably trying to go next level to get there and just locked up on him. But, I mean, it's definitely a give read. I mean, the guy's out, so we're in. I mean, same thing here. We're trying to release him under, but, of course, the end's crashing on him. So I'm really not sure why Robert didn't give it. I think I can tell why right there, because it's second to foot. And this guy weighs 248 pounds, so we're going to let him go make the first down. I mean, that's exactly what's going on there. So it's all about situation. Get the first down, go to the next play. This actually looks like 3rd and long on the board. I don't know if that's right or not. Same thing, we're trying to get the tackle up on the backer right here, reading the end. Looks like you got to cover one look. So you got a chance if you break the line of scrimmage to make a few yards. Would rather not see him chase out, always look inside. That's a pretty good job by the left tackle there. Tight end should go safety. Of course, he doesn't do it. Always look upfield and inside. But a good read by Robert. Once again, got a big back. You get a big back. You get a 6-man box with the tight end, give the football. Kind of same thing here. This is a pro set, what we call pro. So we're releasing the tight end, checking backer. If backer feels he'd go next level, go to safety. Definitely a give read. If they shuffle, most of the time we'll give it. Now that's a hard read on a QB, but it just kind of depends on what we feel like the athleticism is of him and him and him. Some guys will shuffle and we'll tell him to keep it. Other guys that'll shuffle, we'll tell him to give it.
Coach.
Yes, sir.
Coach, point on the pistol veer forward, or that